After watching weeks of chaos unfold in Afghanistan and watching the Taliban take over again, many of our veterans are struggling right now. Some of those in addiction recovery have relapsed. Kim Powell talked to the staff at a recovery center which specializes in veteran care and is in our newsroom tonight with what they're hearing from all those vets this week. Kim?
Yeah, a common thing they keep hearing from veterans is them questioning if their sacrifice was even worth it. Vogue Recovery Center says they have 38 veterans there right now who want help both for PTSD and substance abuse. Vogue Recovery Center in Phoenix is at 100% capacity. They'll help anyone with achieving sobriety, but a special section of their facility is dedicated to veterans.
The conversations that I'm having with our veteran community, they're heavy, they're intense, and it's heartbreaking.
Carla Vasquez, the business development specialist for Vogue Recovery Center, says her phone calls with vets seeking help got more frequent and longer in the last 3 weeks when troops were pulled out of Afghanistan.
It's also a little bit more difficult for them to commit to services right now. They want somebody to be there and listen to them, but they're also still just processing so much anger and honestly grief and trauma from what they've experienced.
Vasquez says everything from a commercial to a billboard or even the news can be triggering to veterans.
I'm seeing veterans who have relapsed. There's this one veteran that I just remember having a phone call with last week, and I think he was sober for about 7 years, and about 3 weeks ago he relapsed.
Army veteran Christopher William Riley served from 1993 to 1997 and can relate all too well.
After I got out of the military, had a really bad drinking problem and struggled for about 8 years until I got sent to Crossroads by the VA.
He's been sober since 2006 and now helps others at a rehabilitation facility called Crossroads.
There's a lot of ways to cope with it, healthy ways to cope with it, but unfortunately people don't turn to those healthy ways right at the onset. They find a quicker, easier method, which is usually drinking or drugs.
Vasquez says she's hearing more and more about veterans attempting suicide or calling into hotlines for help. Above all, she hopes they know there is help available.
We need to rally around them and let them know that their sacrifice wasn't, for nothing, and that we're here for you and there are services for you to help you process this.
Vasquez says if you know a veteran, check in on them. Look to see if they've been isolating themselves or for any signs of relapse from someone who is in recovery. Jared?